Take this, go here. Okay, we're going live. Okay, cool. Let's make sure we're all good here. We are. Fantastic. We're good all the way around. Cool. All right. So we're going to finish this. Nice. All right. So I think we're going to do just more of a generic robot looking head. So we'll kind of do... Let me move this out of the way. I'm done with that coffee. Don't need that in the middle of all this. Let me grab my phone just in case my wife texts me. Let's do this. How do we want this to look? I think we'll go with the same color that we used here. And I think when we're done with this one, we're going to attempt to do another scene. Or who knows, we might do another robot. I haven't fully decided. Let's go this color. We'll kind of go here with it, right? And we'll do the same sort of, yeah, we'll do the same sort of glare once we reach that. Now we just got to decide, like, one eye, two eyes. How do we want to handle this? And I think what we'll do, find this piece, copy this, go to this piece, paste inside, and we'll have it follow that same sort of pattern. You see that? So we'll just kind of have it, we'll take the curve here. Yeah, we'll take the curve and have it sort of curve it and then send it toward the back. That way it's behind the glow. There we go. Nice. Okay, so that looks like that looks like it's separated a little bit down the middle there, which I like. Let's do sort of a perspective eye here. And what I mean by that is, we'll kind of do this. We'll drag this back. We'll go, what, here? Trying to use the same colors all the way around. We'll kind of go here with it. And we shouldn't be doing this long, and then we're going to get onto that cityscape. You know, I wonder if I should do it like that. That'd be pretty cool if we did it like that, actually. Let's do it. Paste, paste, and we'll cut it. Now watch this. Yeah, that's going to look pretty cool. And what if we do a more human-looking pupil in there? So we'll do it like this and have it sort of floating inside of this. So this will cut and paste inside. This, we'll sort of have it free-floating in there. I kind of like the way that looks, actually. So we'll kind of go here. Fantastic. Let's do copy, paste, paste. And the shading will be coming from the back side of the eye, I think. So we'll go here. We'll shade it in. That way it sort of fits in there, right? Let's make the eyes like a yellow. Or maybe not. Maybe more like this. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. So we'll go here, and we'll do a sort of a darker variation of that. Fantastic. I like it. And then we could do some really cool texturing on the inside of this. And we very well might. Because it would be this, but darker. Like this. Yep. Alright, that looks pretty cool. And then I want this to sort of be suspended in the middle. I would thought maybe that would look cool. Maybe a purple. Ooh, you know, he is purple, right? Maybe we'll come down here and go with this purple. And we'll choose this. We'll just brighten that up a bit. Fantastic. I like it. Now, let's do the other eye. And we'll do the same sort of pattern. But I want to draw sort of a welding line, or like what would be a connection line between these two. And I think when we get done with this, we're gonna, like I said, I think we're gonna work on I think I want to do another scene study. Sort of mess around with that. But I want to do it... Yeah, we'll go here with it. Perfect. Not quite what I wanted. Let's drag this up a bit. Uh-oh. Perfect. I like it.
Oh, we got a host. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, Deviant. What's up, my man? How you doing? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for that host. Not much, man. Just doing some studies. Been working on some scenes right now. We're just working on this sort of a... I was in the mood to draw a robot, you know? I played some Anthem over the weekend, and I guess it sort of put me in the mood to draw floating mechanical things, so... That's kind of what we're doing.
We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, and then I think after this, I want to work on a cyberpunk sort of city scene. I'm thinking... It's hard to try to explain it, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do some sort of like a cyberpunk style, almost like a neon city sort of side. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like... I've been trying to do some studies this year, Deviant, you know? Deja vu, dude. Thank you for the host, man. How are you this morning? Because I've really been trying to grow this year, you know, get more into perspective, get more into, like, you know? Yeah, so I want to do, I don't know, I have a picture in my head. Somebody showed me a picture last night of a really cool looking city, like a cityscape, right? But yeah, sort of in that vein, right? I want to do this, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be a one stream piece, I will tell you that. I think it's going to take a while. I've got some pretty cool ideas with it. Let's do... Heck, I don't know. What have you been up to, man? Playing games? Working? How's everything going for you? I thought about changing up my overlay and making it look more like... more... mechanical, but I don't want to make it cluttered. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like you can get too much on an overlay, right? Sort of working? Right on. I would be if I wasn't home. I had to take my daughter to the dentist this morning, so I started a little bit later than normal. But, we're here. I like it. I like it. He's looking cool. He's looking pretty cool. I'm digging it. We need to group all this. And then I want to give him a proper neck. So for that, we're going to sort of draw in this piece here. He did. He did. He flipped it a while ago. Because I remember the first time I saw it in your stream, I was like, because it almost made me read it twice. Because I was like, wait a minute. Because, like, is that the same? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the same person. Yeah. What do you guys think? You think my overlay's nice and clean and simple? Because here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to plan going forward. I want to be able to put chat on the stream. So when we do some restreaming, the problem I have with it though is I feel like anywhere I put chat, it's just going to get sort of washed out, right? Either way. I'll figure it out. No, not a troll. So we did this scene study the other day, right? I want to do another scene study today, but like I said, I almost want to do like a cyberpunk sort of thing. 2-3 lines max. Oh, do you? Hey, Captain, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Yeah. I've got to figure out where I want to put it, right? I see that, because I was like, wait. I recognize about Gosa, but I'm like, oh, Cat. Okay, alright. Everybody changing their names. Hey, no problem. That's awesome. I was messing with the... I'll show you guys here real quick. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but I'll show it to you guys. Because I sort of have a proof of concept. But I think it might be too much, sort of what I was just saying. Check this out. So I'm messing keyword with the new overlay. I don't know if I like it enough yet to actually commit to it. But it would look like this, right? And I'm doing it in flat, so it's going to be a very sort of a flat piece. The drawing window would be here. The cam would be here. And what I'm doing is I'm making all these little cables and assets and stuff to sort of link everything together. You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep it super clean, super flat. And then I would put another little window in here for like the slideshow. And then I'm thinking about right down here, doing another small window and connecting it with like cables and stuff and like pipes and making a little chat window here. You see what I'm saying? What do you guys think of something like that? You think that's too much? Do you think... Because I want to keep it clean, right? I don't want it to get cluttered. That's just sort of the way my brain's been working on it. Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be really cool. You like it? I do too, Captain. I'm working on it. Because I'm trying to make it almost look like the inside of a spaceship or something, right? Give that impression of a very metal sort of environment. Like a really... You know what I mean? That's sort of what I'm going for here. And I want to do some more like little tubes and things like that and make it look really science fiction-like. Which sort of fits the Space Cat theme, right? Alright. I might continue with it. We'll see. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm just... If I'm going to put chat in here, see what I was thinking is I would make a small window. We'll just do this for quick so you guys can sort of see it. I would just prototype something in here like this. You know what I mean? Bring them up and make it look like another small sort of monitor or something mounted down here. You know what I mean? And then interconnect these with tubes and pipes and all this stuff and make everything look really fancy. And then do another small one up here. And then maybe use this for like my logo. This little sort of a monitor looking thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm toying with it. I gotta figure it out. Because I'm feeling like I really want everything to be sort of segmented and working and looking nice. 20%. Alright, let's go here. Are you still doing the After Effects stream, Dogosa, or? Occasionally. Right on. I think I saw one not too long ago. I was at work and I was trying to watch, but I got busy. Because I want to learn more about motion graphics. Because that's something I would really like to get more into. But... pirate ships. Okay, right on, right on. No, that's awesome. Yep. And see, that's what I want to do. My art style, I think, would work really well with motion graphics. You know, all my flat stuff and my vector stuff. And so it's one of those things I really want to get into. I really want to start getting more into motion design in general. But I've got to... I don't have After Effects, obviously, because I don't have any Adobe products. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I've been looking to see what Blender's capable of. And I've been looking to see Natron. I'm not sure if you've heard of Natron, but I've been looking to see what Natron's capable of. Trying to see how I could go about it. I don't know. I've got some ideas. I got to figure it all out, though. Alright, so here we go. I like him. I like his head better. He looks pretty cool. Looks like some sort of a, I don't know. I like it. Looks sort of Iron Giant-ish, but I'm fine with that. Alright, cool. So we'll roll with this like this. Pretty cool looking character. We got a little bit of a forced perspective, so he's looking good. So let's save this. Alright. We might do the, if we decide to go with this overlay, we may build it on stream, so you guys can sort of see how this works, see the process of this. I don't know. The only thing I'm afraid of here, see, like, I think this would look really cool right here. Embed the chat right in this, right? So we could do something like this. I'm on the bottom one, right? Yeah, let's roll with it then. Let's see what we can come up with. So we're going to take you, we're going to cut it. We'll paste it here. We'll cut it from this. We'll paste it again, and then see, we'll cut it from the background. Okay, so what that's done is essentially, see how it's created that little bit of a layer all the way through. And then what I can do is I can sort of put, didn't look as good though. Well, thank you. Hey, Elder, how's it going over there, buddy? You know, and then do some glare stuff like this to sort of give it a little bit of a glare all the way down. You know what I mean? Like this. And then what we could do is we could take more of these little cables, or we could take more of these little pipes, right? And I can sort of connect everything together, because that's essentially what I wanted to do, was take it like this, break it, and pull it like this. Hey, absolutely. I love Vector. Like, it's fascinating when I see new people getting into it, because they really begin to appreciate it once they start playing with it. And I think that is so cool. That might be a little difficult. We may have to sort of reposition that, but we can. It's funny because I tried to force myself out of Vector for a little bit, Captain, or Balgosa, and that was rough. That was so rough because I'm so in that mindset, it just doesn't work, right? Hey, Megan, how you doing? Thank you for those sparks there. Because it's so funny, once you get used to a particular system, it's like your brain doesn't know anything but that, you know what I mean? We could do it like this, and then we can loop it around into it or something like that. That's actually what we'll do. We'll take it like this. We'll go here with it. And we'll have to cut that off, but that's fine. And then we could sort of loop it around underneath. So we can connect that to that. Because I sort of want to interconnect all these pieces, right? And then I would like to take... We need a spot for the slideshow if we do this. Layer for vectors. I agree 100%, Balgos. I'm not a big fan of Illustrator. Semi, thank you for the follow over there on D-Live. Thank you for the ice cream. Appreciate it. Hey, how you doing? I'm toying with the idea of a new overlay for the stream. So, sort of like the drawing window here, chat window here, camera here, and I'm working on where I'd want to put the, and we're trying to make it look very clean and very futuristic. So, D-Live is another streaming platform, Balgosa, and right now I'm currently restreaming from Mixer to D-Live, and I'm starting to grow over there in D-Live as well. Really good platform. I really, really enjoyed it. So my goal is, that's why I want to get this overlay done, because I really want a place to put the chat, which we're going to put the chat right here in this window. I'm going to embed the browser URL right behind this, so the chat will be right there. I've really enjoyed DLive, Pago, so like it's been great fun. Everybody's been really nice over there. I'd recommend at least taking a look into it if it's something you're at all curious of, because you can restream it with Restream.io. So currently I'm live, Mixer, and DLive. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. I actually want it longer. I want to redo it. Let's redo it. Back. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we do a lot of graphic stuff here. That's really all we do here. Once in a blue moon, I'll play a game, but it's rare. Let's move this up. So here, let me. There's a trick to that, Balgos. I found you can set up the restream key so your FTL doesn't break for Mixer. Your FTL and Mixer stays exactly the same. So the way you do it, FTL works perfectly, and then the other sites work as normal. So there is no delay for Mixer. You just got to get used to whatever little delay you have on another platform, whether it be DLive or whatever. But DLive, the delay is not that bad. I will tell you that. Foxdog, thank you for that lemon. Well, it's nice to meet you, Semi. Thank you for coming in. We're going to go down here a little bit. I want this to be a little bigger. So is this, you guys like it? You think this would be a cool overlay? I think it'd be pretty neat. I think it'd look really sharp if we get this right. But I found when I configure it like that, Balgoza, I don't have a lot of delay. I don't have a lot of delay at all. So, at least on the Mixer side. But good. Thanks, Elder. I now Mixer, but I'm now a DLive streamer, I don't think. Right on, Semi. So I have a pretty big community over on Mixer, and that's the main reason I want to restream, is because I have a lot of people that enjoy watching it, and my goal as an artist is not to be on one platform. You know, I'd really like to be able to grow and meet as many people as I can. You know what I mean? And so that's sort of why I want to get into restreaming and really opening up what I do to other platforms. That's really my goal. No worries, Buggos. I understand, dude. I would be at work right now if I wasn't at home, so. Hey, how you doing, dude? Thank you for the host, man. Thank you. I'm looking at an overlay change, dude. We're looking at it. I have, Semi. I've been telling a lot of people about it, and I've already got some friends that have set up DLive accounts, and they're starting to look into restreaming. Definitely trying to recommend it to everybody and get people sort of moving around. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm toying with this. I'm toying with this sort of super clean but futuristic looking overlay. So basically the Affinity window would be here, the camera would be here, and I'm going to use these little pipes and connectors to sort of connect everything together, and then this would be the chat window down here. Yeah, well, I'm actually a little later than I wanted to be, Glass. I had to take my daughter to the dentist this morning, and but yes, I am early according to time. Yeah, how you doing today? You liking it? I think it looked really sharp, right? Because I want to keep it super clean. That's exactly right. Yep. More, yeah, they are, Elder. They are, Semi. Yeah. Yep. It's a great platform. I've been enjoying it. Buttons. Yeah. A few bottoms here and there. I don't know. We're... Okay, Semi. No problem. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm toying with it. We did this earlier. We made this little robot character. We finished him up. I was playing Anthem a little bit, and it sort of got me in the mood to create some sort of a flying robot thing, right? So this is what we made. And pretty happy with it. I want to do sort of a forced turn perspective more than just a flat. So trying to get into the, you know, how do you have assets off of the canvas? So the way you do that is if it's an artboard, Deadbird, if you can make as many artboards as you want, right? artboards are essentially, they're spaces you create in. So you can create artboards like this, and then assets can be taken onto an artboard or off an artboard. So then what I'll do is, like, I'll create the artboard exactly the size I want, like this, right here. So this is 1920 1080, and then what I'll do is I'll work on my image here, but I'll keep assets off to the side, and then I'll build it like that. Oh, you're okay, Semi, no problem. You're more than welcome to learn here. You're doing a good job. So, yeah, it is really handy because I do this all the time. Like, I'll have assets over here that I'm playing with and pulling pieces, parts, and, you know, sort of goofing off with, and then I'll... Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Hey, Valgosa, thanks for the follow over there on D-Live, man. I appreciate that, buddy. So, I need to make this one shorter. That's for sure. So, we're going to go up here because this was too long. Find out. It's worth it, man. Gotcha. That thing looked good. That bird. I really like that. Take a break a little bit, come back to follow me. Absolutely, Semi. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. What are you up to today, Glass? I'm liking D-Live, Captain. Like, very friendly people. It's a nice platform. I'd recommend checking it out. See, that was me. So here's the thing with me and Twitch, right? And we were talking about this last night. I don't want to be locked to one platform. You know what I mean? I don't want a platform to tell me where I can and can't stream. I'm not about that. I want to be able to share what I do with as many people as I can. So for me, Twitch just doesn't fit. Because if you're an affiliate or a partner, you cannot restream. And I don't like that. You know, Glass, I really want to do some more robots and stuff, man. Like, I really like doing robots. Yeah. So you're liking Affinity then, Deadbird. You know, I tried ESO. And I don't know what it is. People always give me slack. You're going to laugh at me, okay, Balgosa? I hated the combat in Elder Scrolls. It's too wonky and loose to me. I never really got into it, right? So therefore, I tried ESO one time on like a free weekend or something, and I just couldn't get into it. It was just too... It was too, you know what I mean? I just really didn't like it.
Thank you for the lemon.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Thank you, Color. Thank you for the lemons. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. Hey, John, over there on YouTube. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for the lemon.
It was so clunky to me. Like, I just couldn't get over it. You know?
Thank you for the lemon. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks for those lemons over there, Colored. Hey, thank you for that host, dude. How are you? You're on late. I'm on early, man. I should be working right now. What are you talking about? We're going to come up here. Yeah, I like this better. I like this better. So, D-Live, Deadbird. I'm restreaming to D-Live. And D-Live has a service where people can tip you in cryptocurrency, which is called Lino. And the lemons is actually cryptocurrency, Balgosa. You earn them as you watch over there, and you can tip them to people. So what's cool with that, what you're earning there, Balgosa, that actually has real-world currency. That is real-world money. Like, you can actually, if you earn enough of them, you can cash them out to PayPal and stuff. So if it actually has value, right? And you can tip people with them. You can trade them back and forth. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, dude. We try. It's so you guys. Let me explain this real quick for everybody. So I know it's going to be a little confusing because I am talking to people on D-Live and I'm talking to people on Mixer. We are working on an integrated chat. I promise. And that's sort of why I'm doing the overlay right now, where we're going to have the chat below this window here. Okay, so I'm redesigning the overlay to accommodate chat and make sure that we have everybody included on the same thing. I don't know. I do know the entire site, Deadbird, is built on the cryptocurrency, which is Lino. And so it's built on that blockchain. So basically, it's all funded out of that. So how you doing today, John? Doing well? Let's take this. Let's take this. Trying to make sure this is big enough. Let's go right about here. I feel like that's going to be a good spot. And then we'll kind of go here with it. Yeah. Perfect. Move this up here. What are you drawing? So I'm working on a new overlay, Ace. Working on a new overlay. We are going to be changing up the overlay a bit. I'm going to go with this really, really sleek, clean looking, futuristic sort of overlay. Not yet. That's what I'm working on right now, Deadbird. I'm sort of moving things around, sort of planning it out. Midnight there. Oh, right on, right on. It is lunchtime for me. Well, it's 11:30. Alright, so let's do this. I really like these assets. Yeah, if you have any questions about that over there, Balgosa, let me know. It's I'm enjoying it. Super friendly people. So far, I've got no complaints, so. Yep, perfect. Right into the same spot, and we'll just move them down a hair. Perfect. So I want to turn this into this color. Get rid of this color. Awesome. And then we're going to take... I'm resizing some of the objects in case y'all are wondering what the heck it is that I'm doing. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're going to do the panel for slideshow up here or something. Haven't decided yet. Right now we're just kind of moving things around, trying to get it right. Because I want this to almost look like a wall of computers, like technology in a way. You know, that's sort of the vibe, obviously, that I'm going for. And we just got done drawing a robot, so if anyone has any questions. And for any new faces here, guys, I've fielded questions, so if you guys have any questions for me, like vector art, pixel art, anything in general, just let me know. You liked it here? This one in here, you mean? There? Almost like a forced 3D. Yeah. See, what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm changing... Here's what I'm doing, just in case anyone's wondering. These have the alpha transparency cut out. These do not. So I'm using this as my creation area, and I'm using this as my cut area. Just in case anyone wonders why there's two. That's essentially what I'm doing here. Just so nobody's confused. I like that. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll use this same green area we built for this. Once this is cut out, that'll be there, which will kind of give a green hue to the camera a little bit. Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming out today. Thank you. Alright, so let's do... Copy these. We'll bring them in here. We'll do the same thing. Just make them larger. And they can run across and go to the back. Perfect. Yeah, I had to take my daughter to the dentist this morning, so that was fun. And so we get there and they're like, "Oh, we have a new policy. We don't want parents in the room with the patient." I'm like, what? So Colored, this is going to be a new overlay for the stream, I think. So my daughter wasn't too happy about that, but we got through it. Kill the stroke, give the fill, cut, and paste. Okay? What's that, Glass? What's interesting? Let's give this the same fill as these. That way it sort of all has the same look for right now. Nope, I didn't, Ace. What are you drawing? That's all you ask, bud. You don't have to spam it. I'm busy drawing, so I can't read it as soon as I see it. But I do see it. Alright, I like it. I like the way this is looking. Let's go ahead and copy this up since we already made this one. Okay, good. We'll kind of go there with it. Now, what I want to do... Oh, yeah. I wasn't too hot on that, Glass. I'll be honest with you. Me and my wife, we're going to start looking for a new dentist. They were like, oh, well... We just feel like, you know, the kids can be a little more comfortable. And I was like, no, I think my daughter would be more comfortable with me in here, right? But you do what you will. Very cool, Ace. Throw it in the Discord when you get done. I'll take a look at it. Here's what I want to do. I want to use this. I want to break this apart. And we're going to reuse this piece here. What would this look like as sort of an interconnected piece here? And we could almost make it look at that. Yeah, we could almost make it look like a chain or something. I don't know. Throw it in here and see what it looks like. Send it to the back. Now bring it forward 1. All right, cool. I like it. We'll do 2 like this. Yeah, you see that? So it just made them sort of look interconnected. Almost like a hinge or something. Who knows? We don't ask questions here. We just make, right? We can bring it here, we can flip it, and do the same thing. Because I really want this to have a super, super, super clean, neat look to it. Like, I don't know. I wasn't originally going for, like, sci-fi or anything. But then the more I do it, I just really think it'll look super, super interesting. And cats flying everywhere. Okay, alright. Alright, Glass, so the only policies we have for that, and I work for a much bigger facility than they're in, is if a patient's in a room, as long as the patient says that the person can be in the room, no quarrel, right? But it has to be verbally discussed between the patient and the doctor or whoever's in there. So I asked the lady, I said, so what's they've been great with my daughter so far, Glass. They've been fantastic, but this is something new, and I was like, it was sort of weird. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we try. A lot of practice. Lots and lots and lots of practice. Lots of practice. I have an idea for this one. Why don't we do this? This might look pretty cool. What if we bend this around? Let's copy this one. I got an idea. Let's get rid of this one. Move this one up here. Yeah, this will look cool. So watch this. We'll go right here with it. Yes, I like this. But what we'll do is we'll go right there. So now we're going to break this apart, which means we're going to move this up. And you'll see that I'm using that same asset and just sort of recycling these pieces. And then watch this. We'll just drag these points up. Let me show you guys a cool trick here, okay? This is something that, you know, I try to show people as I'm doing things so you can kind of learn as I go. I've shown this before, but this is the truth. if I were to take this shape and just drag it, you see what that does? It stretches the whole shape out, right? That is not what we want to do. We want to modify the points. So if you grab the point tool and you bend the points, it does not distort the image. The image stays the same, which is exactly what we want out of this. And we're going to do the same thing here. We could either modify the points or we could cut it. We could do either or, but we're just going to drag it back like that. You see that? So then if we group this into one shape, I would say take it back behind there. You see that? So now it almost looks like the inner workings of an engine, or sort of like a mechanical, which again is what we're really going for here. Sorry, my nose is itching, folks. All right, cool. So let's do it like that. So we're going to have webcam, chat. We're going to have the interface for the here. So what are we thinking? Slideshow up here then? Behave very differently when parents in a room. You know, and that could be colored. That could be. I asked the lady, and here was the thing, Glass, right? I thought about just being like, you know what? I'm going to take her to a new dentist. But here was the thing. I'd already taken the time to drive there. We already waited. So I was like, I asked my daughter, I said, are you cool with that? And she was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, okay. So I was like, let's go ahead and just do it. Get over with. And let's just, then we'll start looking for a different, because I wasn't really cool with it. I mean, my daughter's only 7. I don't see the problem with staying in a room with her. You know what I mean? Like, she's not 12. She's not 14. She's 7 years old. So that really kind of miffed me the wrong way. But I didn't want to make a scene. I was like, all right. You know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, I was like, you know. My daughter's very well behaved. I mean, she did fantastic. But it still kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Wreck-It Ralph? Yeah. That's why we got to get that slideshow back in there, John. I like having the slideshow there. People really like the slideshow, so we're gonna make a window for that here next. And if we get this all working, we may do the modification to everything live, so we can see how this is gonna work, or at least how it's gonna look. Yeah, I can imagine colored. You know. I don't know. And as a parent, you know, you feel kind of, you know, you want to be there to help your kid, right? Because no matter how big she gets, she is still a little girl to me, you know? Alright, this is going to look pretty cool. You know what I'm thinking about doing, guys? I just had a cool idea. What if we do this? Yep, we're totally doing this. I just had a wicked cool idea. We're going to do it. What if I separate this into 2 images? Let me explain. What if I have 2 overlays? The background will be one, and all of the panels and pipings and everything will be another. And I'll overlay them like a sandwich. The back, and then the webcams and everything in between, and then the top image will be on top. So then I can almost use that space in between them 3-dimensionally. In other words, I could have characters pop out between the panels and stuff periodically. I could have like animations and stuff taking place behind the scene. I'll show you. I've got a really cool idea. If I can make this work, it'll look really cool. In reverse of the consumer's wishes. You get what I'm saying, Deviant? Does that make sense? Because I could do some awesome stuff with animations in between these cells if I do this right. Like I could have my little characters popping up and waving and stuff. Yeah, we could do some really neat stuff here. Yep. I draw them and grab it. Yeah, John. I use grab it a lot, man. We teach it and stuff here as well, John. So we answer a lot of questions with it and help people sort of get started with it. I'm thinking so, Deviant. We can do some neat stuff with this. Okay, cool. So let's get the slideshow in here. And so that's really the last element that sort of needs to fit. And this isn't going to stay here, obviously. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to get rid of this artboard for now because we're not using that artboard anymore. We'll drag this one down when we're ready to make the alpha panels. So this will be the chat. This will be the webcam. This will be this. Okay, so we need the slideshow. We need the slideshow. How do I want to do the slideshow? Do we want to make it look the same? It needs to be a square. We know that. Let's do... I do want to put my logo in here as well. Where is my freaking logo? Did I not save it in here? Let's grab my logo out of something else here. Grab it out of here. We need to do something to my logo to make it fit. Color scheme. But we'll... Thinking down over here somewhere. Oh, I got an idea already. Yep. This will look cool. Funny how sometimes creativity just hits you when you're... You know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen a lot of your stuff on there, John. You do some cool stuff. Do you normally do you do any flat stuff like I do, or do you normally do more? Because a lot of your characters look more like cartoon characters and such. That's what I'm thinking, but I also want to go a little crazier with it. Watch this. Give me this. Got a really cool idea. We're gonna hack this up for a minute. We're gonna take both of these. We're gonna make one the lighter gray and one the darker gray. We're gonna take these. How does this shape work? Okay, so it's basically that over that. So we're gonna take you, and we're gonna move you off. This is gonna be the same color as this, which means this and this will go back over the top. Perfect. Now, we're gonna take this and we're gonna rivet it, just like you're saying. So we're gonna create 4 rivets in the corner. And we want them to be perfect circles. Watch this. I want to almost, so the outside of this, right? Okay, so hold on. Bear with me. My brain is wrestling this. But we're going to get it. We're going to make this color. Yep, cut it. Paste it. Awesome. Now, we're going to give it a stroke that matches this color. And we're going to go 4. Too wide. Is it? No. Oh, we don't want those to have a stroke too. Just the outside. Whoops. So just you, not the inside. Oh, it's because it's cut that way. So I would need to overlay the top if I want to do it that way. Rory, how you doing, dude? Well, Mondays for me, let me explain. Mondays I don't work. I work 4 10 to 12 hour shifts at my job, my regular job. So Mondays are my day off, if you will. So I stream during the day on Monday. And then all my other streams are going to be Eastern Standard. All my other streams. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yep. And then we're going to turn this into little rivets. Yep, that is the day for people that are in different time zones to catch me is going to be Mondays. Hands down. Because Mondays for me are going to be the best time zones for people not in like normal time zones. Like people in Europe and things like that, in different parts of the world. This is going to be a best day to catch me. Unless you want to stay up really late like Deadbird. Thank you for the host over there, Roy. I appreciate that on DLive. Thank you. Thank you. I've made some certificates, invitations, act using Gravit. Yep. I love Gravit. I am more of a fan of Affinity Designer, but I think it is a better software. It's a more fleshed out piece of software. So, but I do use Gravit every now and then. And I do help people learn it and help sort of teach it and things like that. Thanks for coming out today, folks. I appreciate it. We finished up a little robot thing earlier. We were drawing this. Sort of a weird, I wanted to draw a robot thing. And we're now working on what is going to become a new overlay. And then once we finish this, I want to play around with making another scene. But the scene I want to make is, I want to do some sort of like a steampunk...
Space cat.
Oh, I want to do like a steampunk city, I'm thinking. But I want to do it in almost a flat style, but I want to do heavy neon colors. I want to really do something neat. I want to see if we can't push the envelope a little bit and do sort of a cyberpunk themed like city with like floating cars and things like that. You know what I mean? I've got some ideas. Okay, so let's split this color in half. No stroke.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Hey, Rory, thank you. Thanks, dude.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Thanks for the ice creams and the lemons and the diamond. Whoa, thank you, man.
Thank you for the lemon.
Daggone, Rory. Thank you.
Thank you for the lemon.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. Check this out. We're going to flip this up.
Thank you for the diamond.
Grab it free. See, that's the thing that sort of bugs me with it, right, John? Is that I got a lot of people here hooked on Grab It. I really did. But then they went and they did that whole paid model. I'm just not a fan. The paid model, I don't think offers enough for what they want, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Rory, thank you, man.
Thank you for the lemon.
Are you streaming today, Rory, or?
Thank you for the lemon. Thank you for the lemon.
That's not gonna work.
Thank you for the lemon.
We'll just do the one. We'll do the one right here, and we'll have it sort of pipe into this, and what we'll do is we'll kind of move it up, and we'll center it.
Thank you for the lemon.
Right there, right there. Yeah, we'll kind of do it like this. You see that? So my logo,
Thank you for the
it
ice cream.
still my logo, but it's, you know, looks a little different. I like it. I like it. I like it. And I want to shade this a little bit. So watch this. Yeah, I like that a lot. Cool. Wasn't sure how that was going to look, but I dig it. So now, in order to get this thing around... Yeah? I want to check that out. So I tried Anthem this weekend, y'all. And I ain't sold on it. Not in the least bit. If anyone else is, fantastic. It just didn't do it for me. Ooh, we could come back and we could make an animated version of it. Deviant. That would be cool. I know it was a demo or whatever. I wasn't feeling it. I don't think the game's offering enough to justify the price tag they're gonna want. But, you know, if anyone else has any better experiences, let me know. But, I just didn't. What are y'all thinking? We liking this? Okay, because here's what we could do, Deviant, right? Everybody, we could do some, like, small animations of, like, almost think of, like, a glass tube with, like, liquid in it bubbling and stuff like that. We could make a little GIF for that and sort of throw it in there. We could do some cool stuff with this. We could do some really cool stuff with this. Yes, John, I have tried Illustrator. I don't use it anymore. I don't really use any Adobe products anymore. I'm almost 100% Adobe removed. See, I think so, right, Deadbird? It looks super, super crisp. Now imagine this with the webcam behind that, the Affinity screen behind that, the chat down there. Now we just need the slideshow. Sure about Anthem going in. See, that's how I feel, Rory. Here's my take on it. I think it's got potential. The game definitely has potential, and I think it could be something really cool. It will not get my money straight away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be putting my money in it. It will be a long-term thing for me. I will wait for it to go on sale. I'll wait and see what other people are doing, you know, things like that. But I will not be buying it. No, it didn't do anything enough for me to really say, hey, I want this, you know? Yeah, so John, I've moved away from Adobe product because I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with their prices and everything. And I feel like there's innovation elsewhere. I feel like there's better products coming online. I feel like there's companies that are doing more than what Affinity or what Adobe's trying to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like the whole graphic world needs innovation. So that's why I'm a big supporter of Gravit and Affinity and those kinds of things. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we need competition in this industry in order to make software better for everybody. Not just, you know, I feel like Affinity is getting really close to being on par, if not passing Adobe in a lot of areas. But, you know, that's my opinion. Everybody's going to, you know, I know a lot of professional people who still use Adobe products, and that's awesome. I'm just not a fan. See, I'm with you on that, Roy. D2, Division 2 for me is where I'm putting my hopes and dreams right now. I really enjoyed Division 1, even with its problems. So I'm really hoping Division 2 can do some awesome stuff. See, I agree, Deviant. But, you know. What about a porthole so you can see space? Maybe Space Cat can fly by once in a while? Okay. See, so here's the last piece we need to make work. We need a place for the slideshow. So let's go with, I'm assuming this is really going to be the only spot we can do it. Which means we may need to get rid of this pipe. And we may need to do this same size window up here. But we'll find out in a minute. Let's cut these and paste them in there. That way we sort of have an asset and bring them to the front. We're going to cut this and paste it in there and go to the back with it. Awesome. And then select these two and go to the back with them. Awesome. Can the slideshow be in space? I mean, we could do like a space animation back there, for sure. You know, absolutely. Galen, how you doing, buddy? Over there on the YouTubes. Good to see you, man. So wait a minute. I'm doing good, buddy. Right. I got you. Let's, I have an idea for that, Deviant. Hold on one second. Let's try something here real quick. Wii porthole thing. Okay, with your picture drifting off like they're in space. You can have that space porthole on the back overlay. I'm thinking about doing it right in here. Let me show y'all what I mean. We're working on a potential new overlay, Galen. I'm thinking about doing a really clean overlay and sort of cleaning this up, and making it look very sort of futuristic in a way. In case you're wondering what the heck is going on here, that's pretty much what we're looking at. What if we make this one round? Or it would have to be more of a square, actually. Yeah, it's sort of an idea, right? It's an idea. It's a thought. I thought it'd be kind of neat to make everything match my art style. Very clean, very precise, you know. Can't wait to see the VOD and what you do. Thank you, Rory. Thanks for coming over, man. Thank you for all the know. I really appreciate that, bud. And thank you for the host. Thank you so much. Thanks for that support on DLive. It is much appreciated. Thank you. Have a great day, buddy. Yeah. So let's try this. Let's try this to break this up a little bit. Instead of, I like that idea, maybe making it part of the background instead. So what we'll do... Take care, buddy. See, I want to do something that really blends with my art style, you know what I mean? The clean sort of, what I do. The vector, you know, and that's what I really think it would look really sharp. I'm just trying to figure out in my head how to make this work, and I want to make it so that we maximize. And the other thing is down here, Galen, I want a place for chat right here. So people can, once we get the chat overlay working, people will be able to see chat down here in this window, you know, which is really the goal.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, I like that right there. That's actually really cool. Mix and Chill Zone, thank you for that host. Alright, so let's play with this. Trying to make mine look like comic panels or something like that. You should check out, over here on Mixer, Galen, you should totally check out a friend of mine, 7 to 7. He draws nothing but really comic book art. And his overlay is really cool the way he's done it. It looks like a comic book. Super, super cool. I would recommend checking him out if you want to see someone who's done that kind of idea. And he has really taken it like next level. His is super, 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 super interesting. It really is. Seven of 7. I'll shoot you a message on Discord because he does 7 of 7. Super, super cool guy. He's got one of the most unique builds that I've seen. It's super fun. Super, super fun. We're working on it, I promise, folks. Give me a minute. Brain strain. Yeah, of course, dude. You should check him out because I think you would really like what he's doing over there. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Oh, nope. I still like the idea, so check this out, Galen. I have a really neat idea. We are going to try something here, and this is going to be a try, because it's going to be really interesting. But I think if we can nail this, it's going to look super awesome. We're going to separate this into 2 layers. So we're going to actually have 2 overlays. What you see is the background is going to be 1 overlay, and then we're going to build the second overlay out of the front component. That way I can use the space in between the overlays like a sandwich, if you will. So I can actually put things in between those overlays. So I can have like animations run behind the panels and things like that, like have characters pop out and things like that. Yeah, we can do some neat stuff with it. I've got some ideas. I just don't want this to look cluttered. You guys don't think it looks cluttered, do you? That's my biggest fear. I want it to look, you know. So he's going to be right here. That should do it. Make sure that O is an of. So instead of a round porthole, Deviant, what if we make it more of a square? Because it needs to be a square to show the image, right? That's the only problem with a round porthole. Now, we could have put me in a round porthole. We could do that. We could make this down here a circle rather than a square. And we could put me in it. What do you think of that idea? And then keep the slideshow in a square. I kind of like that idea. Maybe we'll do that. Well, I mean, I like it. I think it could work. Because you get it, I want the slideshow area to stay a square, you know what I mean? Let's do it like that. Let's try it. Let's try it. You know what's cool is this is not what I intended to make today on stream, but I showed it and you guys seemed interested in it, so I'm excited that you guys are showing some interest in it. Because if you are, I mean, if you don't, as long as y'all don't mind this as the stream, I'm cool with it. It'd be kind of fun. Yeah, look at that. I really like the way that looks. So let's go. We'll copy it. And we'll paste inside this and move it up. Cut it and paste inside and send it to the back. Send it to the back. Toggle space helmet overlay on your head. Ooh. Yeah, we could do something like that. Make the slideshow one slightly smaller and hang from the ceiling instead of connecting to the big one. Oh, so almost like it's dangling, if you will? Okay, so watch this. We're going to group it. And what we'll do is we'll move it down a bit to give it that illusion. We'll sort of come like this, right? Okay, like it. So what we'll do... Yeah. Oh, we deleted the other artboard, but we're gonna... Well, oh, like here? Like with this? We could break this up. Yeah, ish. Okay, so watch this. I want to go further out than that. I like that. There we go. Yep, that looks good. We'll do that, yeah. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, and see, so what we'll... For the Affinity window, this we will not do an alpha on. We will do chat, but what we'll do is the chat will have an alpha underlay. So it'll just sit right on top of that blue and should look good. We've got the logo here, sort of all integrated with everything, and we did more of a mechanical looking logo, which looks cool. So now, let's work on a round porthole for me. And we're going to use the same elements, the same design elements. We'll center it, and we'll make it almost look like a window, like a porthole, right? So what we need to do then is we'll create space behind it. So then maybe we won't do that greenish hue. Maybe we'll do more of like a star field behind me. Does that make sense? So that would mean that... Okay. Let's go here. Give me a minute while I make all this make sense. Okay, so then what we'll do is... Okay, so let's do like a little, like a glass, I want like some little pumps and stuff in here as well, but I don't want to overdo it. Let's just play around for a minute. Let's do a... What do y'all think about the porthole? Like it? Hate it? How we feeling? I don't want those. I thought I might like them up there, but no. You like the round element? Okay. Yes, exactly, Galen. What I'm doing right now is I'm building the elements, and I'm dragging... Well, I've already got that duplicate, right? Right now, what we're doing is we're essentially building all the elements, okay? And then what I will do is there will be an alpha mask here. There will be an alpha mask here, and there will be an alpha mask here. This will stay this color, and chat will overlay on top of it. So basically, you'll see Affinity in the big window, or whatever it is I'm doing. You'll see chat in the bottom window, and then you'll see the slideshow up in the corner here, and then we're working on the concepts for what we want to do over here for the porthole. Alright, what if we do something like this? Yeah, I see what you're saying, Deadbird. I'm... What if we do this and give it a stroke? of 4. Six? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go with 60 and 60. Nice. That looks a little better, right? It sort of gives that... Like, watch this. I know what we'll do. Watch this, watch this, watch this, Deadbird. I got an idea. I got an idea. Let's do this. I gotta do this just right. No stroke. Fill. Let's make this look like it's bolted down. In a way. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. It'll make more sense once my brain works it out. Cut this, paste inside of this, give this color, take this, cut it, and put it on the back. See that? To almost make it look like it's bolted. But I'm just trying to put a little extra detail in there. You see that? Does that work? Or we could do a 4-way bolt. Watch this. We could group this. Do a 45. Copy paste into another 45. You see that? So now it looks like it's sort of bolted down to the thing. And then we've got these here with the transparency, which is helping it sort of make it look like bonded metal. I think that looks pretty sharp. Very cool. Yeah, I think so, Galen. Yeah, no problem, dude. I totally understand, man. Thank you for that alert, buddy. I don't think I like those, to be honest with you. I don't think I like the top ones as much as I thought I would. And this, I feel like, needs to have less of an overall impact. I'm thinking more like this. And then I want a smaller, light one to run through here. Yep. We'll take this, go even lighter, like that. Cut it, paste it. Yep, nice. Sort of look like a glare is what I'm going for here. Yep, perfect. Okay, so let's... Trying to think here. What else? What else? Yep, slide it all the way back. Cool. That way everything sort of looks interconnected. So, yeah. We'll do it like this. Okay, now let's... You guys like watching this kind of stuff? This is like sort of... This would sort of lean heavily on like UI development and whatnot as well. Alright, so let's test something. Let's, for the sake of what we're doing, let's drag this artboard down. And let's do something here. We're going to cut this. Paste it. Cut it. Paste it again. And cut it. Alright, good. Now, to the back. Now, you see what that just did there? So this needs to be in this. So there we go. That created the slideshow alpha right there. So when we export this, that square right there is going to have an alpha. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping this as the original. That way I have the original shapes to go back to, which is always a very, very good thing to do. So we will cut this again. Whoops. So this needs to be in here. Good. Cut this, paste on top, cut, paste it again, and cut, and then send it over here. You see what that's doing, right? We're creating those sections that we want. We're just doing it in a very sort of mechanical way here. So cut this, paste it, cut it, paste it again, and cut it. And see, whenever I do work like this, I always keep the original like this. Because what happens here is, if I ever want to go back and edit these shapes, it's easier to come in here and make this smaller or something than it is to try to redraw the whole shape, right? So essentially, that's what it's going to look like. So let's export this as, and we'll just test it. We'll do new stream overlay. And we'll come over here into OBS, and we'll just throw it in there and see what it looks like. We're not going to worry about turning anything else off. So we'll say test. And we'll separate them, like I said. We'll separate them. Right now, we're just kind of testing what it would look like. Okay, so essentially, that's what it's going to start looking like right there. So if we minimize this, it all looks good. It looks sharp. I'm going to have to move my camera a bit if that's my goal. Let's turn off the old overlay. Yes, you can. You can. I'll show you how, Devert. Okay, so slideshow will go there. Chat will go there. My camera will have to sort of, I'll either have to move my camera. What do you guys think? Do you like the colors? I like it. That's going to be pretty cool. And then what we can do is we can... Now, here's the question. Do we like the circle here? Or should we do more of a window that... No, I like the circle. Let's do... Let's turn the overlay back on. We'll turn that back off for a second. Okay. So... That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, either glass or we do like a green glass. Sort of like I had in the other one. Do we think it would be glass or do we think it'd be like a green? I mean, we could test both. We could come in here and do this, right? And then it could be sort of a 20%. You know what I mean? And we could go sort of back like this. Now watch this. Let's export this real quick. And we'll go back into OBS. Could be a color gradient. We could. Yeah. See that? And then we could do like a glass sort of... We could do like streaks through it, right? And then for the sake of... For the sake of it behind me, we'll either draw permanent... permanent stars, or what we'll do is we'll do like a right group this. Okay, we got this. Yep, exactly. Yep, we can do some cool stuff with it. Give me a second here. We're going to turn the back of this artboard dark for a second. See, here's that gradient, right? What do you got, Deviant? Oh, yeah, see? Exactly, exactly. You made that? I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so watch this. We'll download this puppy into... Give me a second, folks. Let's go... This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun, I think. We'll call it Starfield. Exactly. How did you know I wanted to name Starfield? Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Deviant. Okay. So let's experiment with this. So here's how we're going to do this. Just give me a second. We're going to go in here. We're going to add in another image. And we're going to call it Starfield, because that's perfect. This is all test, folks. If you guys have any questions what I'm doing and I can be a little more specific, let me know. This is just the basics of like setting up, you know, a so we can go right about here with it, right? And then what we can do is we can take that down below the webcam. So we can do something like that, right? And then what we'll do, yeah, we'll do something like that, and then I'll have to move the camera down. And then what we can do is, you're right, Dad, we can have like Space Cat like sort of fly by in the background and stuff periodically. We can have like an animation set on a timer and things like that. Can you slow it? I would have to go in and actually add. Can you make it any slower, Deviant? We can see what it would look like. Deviant threw it together for me. One moment. Okay, thanks, buddy. So is this because my cam needs to slide down? Yeah, thank you, John. This is fun, man. This is where the fun stuff comes in with streaming, right? So here's what we'll do. We'll take my webcam. Whoop. Give me a second. Yeah. No, I agree. Starfield. We're going to have Starfield right here. Webcam. Okay, webcam unlock. Oh, we got to turn the old overlay off. Here we go. Now we'll take the webcam and watch this. Alright, cool. So it's starting to come together. And so what we can do is we can update that and sort of bring everything. Now, do we like... Let's work on this gradient here. We were doing a gradient, right? While Deviant works on that. Let's make this version... Should we do just white? Or should we do you like the green? Or should we just do white? Like a white to white gradient. White to alpha. Have you seen the transparency tool in Affinity yet? Have you seen how that works? So watch this. This is called the transparency tool. And it works just like a gradient. You see what it does though? It literally... Oh, did you? Isn't that cool? I've never seen another piece of software do that. Second version. Okay, hold on one second. I'll grab it in 1 minute. Oh, did you? Awesome, dude. All right, let's grab that other one real quick. We're sort of building this on stream. This is kind of neat, right? A little different, but I like it. Save image as Starfield. Okay. So we'll go here. All right. So let's work on the glass. Okay, right on. Yeah. That's a very cool tool, dude. I had never seen a piece of software. I mean, granted, you can do that with the gradient, right? You can make one end transparent. I mean, everybody knows that, but I just thought it was really cool how they included that in the software. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, call it glass. Go to the back with it. Alright. Is that... See, I don't do a whole lot of gradients, John. Every now and then, I'll do some gradients. I am sort of a... Not averse to it, but I just sort of... I don't do a whole lot of gradients. Alright, hold on. That'll work. Okay, so let's export this again. Give me a second. Hello, coming back. Okay, cool. So that was with a 20% opacity. We're going to have to go higher. So let's go like maybe 30%. We'll go export. And see, this is where you just keep sort of playing with this. And this is what you do a lot when you're doing like, when you're doing things like this. You sort of, thanks Deja. You sort of play around with this stuff and you sort of figure it out as you go. And over time, it just starts to make sense. Okay, so we've got all that. We've got the logo in here. I'm thinking about whoever made the suggestion for animating the logo. I like that idea 100%. So I think we will definitely do that. I think we'll see if we can't animate that logo a little bit. My logo down in the corner, like maybe make the rivet spin or something like that. All right. All right, so let's resize. Now, here's the next part. We got to resize Affinity. Ooh, make the letters light up. That could be cool. Like, have it, like, make a small GIF to actually overlay down there and have the letters, like, change. Like, change. That'd be kind of cool, right? All right, so let's try something here. Let's break Affinity. Let's see if we can't warp it. Right. All right, here we go. Let's resize this bad boy. Hey, Knuckle, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Doing good, man. We're playing around with changing up the overlay a little bit. We're going to see what we think. Yeah, man. We're just playing around. We're trying to see what we can do with it. Trying to see what we think. Working on colors. Working on ideas. Chat sort of helping, you know? It's going to be pretty cool. And what we can do is... Now, here's how I need to do this. If we're going to do this right, we're going to have to create it in a way so that the... We're going to do, like I said, we're going to separate... I don't know how to explain it. We're going to separate the back and front of the overlay layers. Definitely going to do that. Now, how does the Affinity window look to you guys? Can you still see what I'm doing okay? Does it still look alright to y'all? Like, because I zoom in pretty far when I draw and stuff. Does everybody look good? I like the slideshow up there. I will say that. I really like the slideshow up there. I'm digging that a lot. I like the pipes. I like the tubes. I like the cables. I like the little porthole. Yeah, we'll do the glass effects. I saw what you were saying there, Deadbird. Yeah, hold on. Let's go here. I just thought it'd be cool to have something that matches my art style a bit more. You know what I mean? That makes sense? Let's try to export this again. So we're sort of playing with all this live on stream. Nuck, and we're just kind of having fun with it and letting everybody see how it's going to work. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the opacity to make sure that looks good. I like it, right? The slideshow looks really good. Like, it fits there beautifully. And then we're going to play around with separating the overlays up a little bit. You're saying do the glare the other way? Left to right? Now, what do you think about the opacity of the layers? Go a little lighter? Do you think that opacity is good? Shut up, boys. Shut up. White alpha wouldn't cover your face. Right. Hold on a minute, folks. Let me go see what my dogs are getting on about. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So we'll go here, we'll go back to 100%. I kind of like it like that, honestly. Let's export it and see what we get here. Yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's faint, which is fine with me. Alright, so let's do a... Okay, so now we need to work on... We need to divide these into two artboards, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. We're going to copy this down. Now watch this. We're going to take the entire thing, deselect the back, and we're going to go like that. Wait, did we get that copied down? No. They didn't copy. Okay, yeah, they did. Okay, here we go. Select all of this. And we're going to delete it. So what we're going to do, this is going to be the first one. This will be the background, okay? This will only delete this. So this will be the front overlay. So the way we're going to make this work is we're going to export this as overlay back. And then this will be overlay front. Okay, cool. So now we're going to get rid of this. Yes. So, bear with me a second here. We're going to go overlay back. This is like a... We should rename the stream. export, artboard 1. Alright. Nope, that's not what we want. Export. Why is this not? Selection without background. Here we go. Why is this not taking? File, export, selection without background, overlay back. There it is. Weird. Okay, so what we want to do is this needs to go literally all the way to the back. Okay? Yes. So we'll have to do a little resizing, but I'm going to show you how we'll do that. Now we're going to bring in another image, and we're going to call this overlay front. And I'll have to move these, but that's no big deal. Alright, so you can see what that did, right? So now what we're going to have to do is everything is fitting pretty good. We'll have to trim up the cam and the star field a bit. But that's fine, because what we can do, we can take the star field, it only needs to be right about there. Actually, no. Watch this. Is it Control? Nope. Alt. Yep. It's going to be sort of tricky to make that fit in that round space. So we might have to do something a little different there, and then the webcam's going to be sort of the same thing. We're going to have to get this in here just right. So I may have to set the webcam to round. And see, this is where doing squares is a little bit easier because it's a little more forgiving with your imagery. So we just need to get those two working. Okay, now the social scroll, we're going to bring to the front. Oops. All right. Let's go ahead and lock the overlay front. Grab that social scroll. Oh, what is this? Overlay back. Oh, I didn't lock it? My bad. Lock, 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 lock everything down. Unlock. Okay, here we go. We may have to change the coloring in this a bit. And see, these are the little things you start looking at as you start doing things, right? Didn't really plan this one out, did we? Where are we gonna do? Where are we gonna put the social scroll, guys? Might have to go in and add a background to it, and just redo it, which wouldn't take long. Okay, so yeah, so essentially we're close. We just need to figure out the we need to figure out the webcam. We need to figure out the shaping for this. Could they go, wait a minute, I know. We did transparent on the back, right? Yes, we did. There we go. I'm an idiot. Reset, transform. Yes. That's because we did transparency all the way through. Right. Okay, so if you look at what's happening now, you see where Space Cat is, right? That's what I was talking about. I can actually do animations in between the layers now. So what we can do is... yeah, we could do some cool stuff with this. Okay, good. So the only thing that's behind is there. So then we would still move the animation, probably this group of animations, up to the overlay front. Okay, yep. And then we would probably need to resize them all and move them all so that he's sitting in a little bit better spot. But all in all, social scroll, we've got to find a better spot for you. Transform, reset, transform. We did not think about that, did we? Right here, the social scroll. It doesn't look bad up in there, does it? What do you think? Yeah. We're getting there. We're sort of playing around with everything, kind of live, which is a little weird. Can you make the box below the main screen less tall and put it between the main screen and the text box? Well, see, that's what I was thinking about. I've got a little room here, because if you look at, check this out. If we go to the display capture, not yet, Deja. We're close though, buddy. So watch this. So that right there is a perfect fit, Deviant. Right there, right? And we could actually come up on this. You see this right here? This could come up another... How far do we want to get that is? 20 pixels? 20, maybe? 15? I'll tell you how we can test it. Watch this. That's exactly how we can test it. Go like this. Make it like an obnoxious color and send it to the back. And then you know exactly how tall you need it to be. So let's start there with it. And we'll export this to overlay front. See, we could even go up a little more. You see that? See how that works? So we could take this little thing and just kind of inch it up a little bit more. Not much. Let's try that right there. So we're kind of using this as a guide, if you will. Let's name this front and back. Oh, that means we got to redo the back now. Frick. Okay, that's all right. 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 We'll go export. You could even go a little more. What do you think, Deja? Do you like it? Is it too much? That's it right there. Check that out. That's where we want to be. So we're going to take this. We're going to paste it here. Now, what this essentially means is this needs to be the bottom of... This needs to be where the window catches. So we're going to take this... See, I have no idea yet. We probably should have looked at that first, right? That'll work, though. That'll definitely work. Let's send it to the back and bring it forward one. Yeah, we'll find out, Deja. You know, and here's the cool part, right? Let's say we get to the end and we don't like it. It'd be easy to go back to the other overlay. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to see if there's a way to do this that would be sort of interesting. Something a little more useful. I forgot I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Dang it. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make the font long. Hopefully. Yeah. See, so then all this has got to be done. And then I think I want this to be even darker. I want it to be more like this, right? That way the font, the text really shows up. And then we can do the social scroll right here, maybe, in between. Okay. We'll play around with it. We'll see. So let's get rid of this. And then maybe the social scroll can fit in here? I don't know, Deja. I don't know. We'll have to... Yeah, and see, that's what I'm worried about. It's one of those things like... It's a hard balance to strike if you want to fit everything on the screen, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do, is make sure that we're accommodating everybody. But it's definitely a tough balance to achieve. No way around that. I mean, it's not an easy item. You know, or we decide if we don't like this at the end of it, Deja, we just go back to the original one and we just find a place to squeeze the text in. But I do know when we did have the text on those couple times, to me it felt like it was a little hard to read. It just seemed a little cumbersome. Maybe it was just me? Did you get that at all or no? D-Live channel mixer will be read only. Well, okay, so here's what's happening with that, Deja. Restream.io, they've just brought in D-Live, and they're working on integrating chat, which means in the chat window, you'll see the mixer, D-Live, and all the chat together with the respective symbols. So it'll show, like, who's saying what where. So it should all, at some point, should all be integrated. So that you're seeing what people on D-Live say, they're saying what you're saying, and so forth and so on. Do you want me to bring in... Here, let's do this. Hold on. Hold on. Let's try something while we're thinking about this. Hold on. Alright, check this out, Deja. We'll go ahead and throw it in there, so you can see what the heck it's going to look like. Now, we can modify this stuff, okay? We can modify all this. All the settings. You can modify... They're closed. From what I understand, they're closed. Now, go ahead and do some... Let's test it out. Say some stuff there, Deja. Let's see what it looks like. Now, from what I understand, you can make the background transparent. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can change the size of the fonts. You can do all kinds of interesting things. Let's see. I don't even see nothing. Alright, hold on. Let me go back to Restream. Launch it. See, now it says here, just copy this URL of the browser source, put it in, and go. But I don't see where it's working. Am I crazy? Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, hold on. You're my test subject, Deja. You're getting stuck with the pins. It says copy, default theme, compact, message alignment, bottom, message background opacity 0. Okay, hang on. Alright, see now right there it is with says here, copy this URL to the browser plugin of your encoding software or open it in a browser. Let's try this. Test. Oh, I see mine. Alright, let's do this. Let's remove it and re-add it now that we updated the thing. Copy it. Okay. Yep, hold on. Browser source. We'll say chat. There it is. See, now that's weird because I have it set for alpha, right? But it works if I launch it from a browser window. There it is. So I see it. Like, check this out. They let you do a window like this. You see this, Deja, over here? They let you do a browser window out like this. Here it is. So if you say something, you'll see it pop up, right? But it's not propagating in the plugin. So we may have to test the plugin a little bit, but that's essentially what it should look like right there. Compact. Hide messages after. So what you do is, yes. You go through OBS and you put in a browser source. It's essentially what you do. So I've copied this URL. And you created a, but you see it over here, right? So it's working. Browser source, chat, add new source. Wait, you saw something on the one on OBS? On this one over here? Maybe it just takes longer to update or something. Huh. And see, that's really weird because I set it to be 0 opacity. No, what you're seeing is this. This is the browser launcher. This is the window it should be in. Yes. Now see, that's launch from the browser. This is the actual browser source, but I don't see any data coming into that. Which is weird because it's coming over here. We see it, but it's not coming here. So I don't know. Might have to do some more testing with that. But, anyways, you can see, I mean, it's possible. We can get it in there. We just got to play with it and make it work, I think. Check URL valid. It is. I just updated it, but for whatever reason, it is being a picky little... Remove it. Okay. Browser source. Try it again. We'll name it chat. And we're going to put it in here. Restream IO chat application embed. There it is. But see, something's not right? Because I've got it set to a background opacity of 0. And look what it's doing. It's giving it this blue box. So something's not firing off right there. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to sort of play with that one, guys. Maybe it's something. It could be something to do with the fact that I'm already live, but you would think that the browser source would update real time, right? Well, let's close this. Let's launch it again. Fielders, yeah. That's really weird. See, there you are. You're over there. So the source is working. Just this isn't working, which is bizarre. I don't think it would have anything to do with the fact that... hold on. Let's refresh cache of current page. Well, I just refreshed it. No, this one's displaying. Yeah. Yeah, now it's white, which is weird. I told it to refresh. And see, I told it to be opaque. So yeah, something's off. But I think it's possible to get it working. We just need to do a little homework on it and figure it out. But what essentially I'll do is right here, I'll embed it right here, did you? And resize it like this. Right? And then what we'll do is we'll kind of put it right in the center, right here. And that'll give people a way to read chat. And then this blue box will be opaque. You won't see it. And then it'll sort of fit in there. And we just made it a darker right here. You see this? It's a darker black. So you should be able to see the chat just fine. And then we made this space bigger for the social scroll, so that should work. It just bothers me that Restream IO doesn't work because pretty freaking straightforward. Let's refresh the page. Maybe add it now even non-functional so it has a page location. True. Yeah, I think so, Divert. The chat's being wonky though, dude. We're not able to get this working right, which is kind of frustrating in and itself. Now, there is this. Let me try something here, folks. Give me 1 second. Let's see if this works. I'll turn this one off. Alright. Go ahead and say something. Now okay. So, there's that. Now let me say something from D-Live. Okay. Now, the trick with this is... Hey, Fi Guy, how you doing? We're trying to get the chat integrated, man. We're working on it. We're working on it. That way you guys can see what the heck is being said amongst each other. So let's go in here. Hold on a second. Alright, let me do something here. Doing well. Well, no, what we're doing is we're trying to get it so you guys can see each other's chats. Okay, there's that. Alright, now. Okay. That's exactly right, Dejan. That's why we're really trying to get this working. Okay, so give me a second. So let's do this. We're going to export all of this now. We're close. We're close. We are close. We're close. Alright, this is going to be the front. That box is going to get darker, guys. I promise. Give me just 1 minute. You've been fighting that for a while? Yeah, I know. It seems like everybody's been sort of struggling with that. And that's why I'm really trying to focus on it, because I want to make this, you know, is it linked from YouTube? Not yet, John. That we're going to add that in next. Right now I'm trying to get the layout right, and then what I want to do is as soon as we get the layout right, we're going to put that in there. Okay, so let's get this done. Give me 1 sec, folks. Yeah. Right. Okay, but at least you guys can start to kind of see what people are saying, right? Which is the goal, I think. Okay, that looks good. We've still got that up there. Alright, so cut this. Here. Here. Now we just got to get YouTube in there. Well, I think we can make it a little bigger. Deja? I'm almost positive we can. Alright, cut it. Nice. Do paste it again. And cut. Okay, fancy. Now, good. So, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be the front. We're going to copy the whole thing down. We're going to call it back. Okay? Now, we need to essentially delete everything off of this except for the background. Alright? Right. Okay, so now we're going to delete everything off of this. We're only deleting the background. Alright, we're getting close. We are getting close. Let's go File, Export. Overlay front. File, Export. Overlay back. Okay. Alright, so now we can cut this up like this. You see that? Perfect. Thanks, Ace. Okay. So, let's take the social, let's leave the chat where it is. Let's take the social scroll and see what we can do with it. And I don't know yet if I want to, like, where should we put this, guys? Should we, like, drop it in the middle here? I'd say in the middle here and maybe put another black plate. We need to do something to sort of signify that where it is. You like it right there? Alright, so give me one sec. The chat panel, we need to unlock it. We need to shorten it by 1. Yep, that's that. Somebody's thinking right along my lines. I was going to go like this and see what it would look like if we did something like this. No, not enough room for that. Okay. And I don't want to cut that in. Right. I think I want to center it right here. I think is what I want to do. But I want to put something there to make it stand out a bit more. And I think I know exactly what we'll do for that. We'll do like a, I know what we'll do for that. Alright, so how does the chat look in terms of sizing? How does the chat look? Maybe it's readable. Okay. Maybe change the font color. Well, here's the problem. Yeah, I can change the font color of the social feed file for sure. The yeah. Well, here's the problem. You have very little control over that with I'm using Vim chat right now. I'm not using the Restream chat because the Restream chat doesn't seem like it's, you know what we're going to do? Watch this. Just for the sake of this, we're going to copy this. We're going to leave a Restream chat window in here and see if it starts updating. This is like a test stream, y'all. It literally is. Hope everybody's cool with that. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Ace, you only have so much control, bud. There's only so much you can do. That's part of the fun of streaming. You try to do your best to accommodate, and that's basically what we're trying to do here. I don't understand why the Restream IO one is not updating. Oh, sure, Fi, yeah. Have any questions? Let me know. That goes for anybody. If you guys have any questions about any of this, just holler. Ace, here's the thing, bud. We're working on it, man. We're working on it. It's not a snap your fingers and it's there thing. You gotta play with settings. You gotta move things around. It's not an instant gratification thing. There is no hey, just go here button. That's the beauty of streaming. You got to figure all this out. You got to figure all this out. Because there's no real how-tos on this stuff, you know? It's sort of like best guess. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm a little miffed as to why the Restream IO chat will not update, but Vim chat is. But here's the thing, right? So if we fix the social scroll so the colors work a little better, and I think I know exactly how I'm going to do that. Watch this. That's exactly right, Deja. Deja gets it. There we go. We're going to go like this. We're going to move this in. We're going to move this in. I want to see what this looks like, guys. This may or may not work. If it doesn't, we can very, very easily change this. Okay. I'm good with that for now. Then I don't have to go in and update that animation. For now, it works. How would a simple broken in half car look like? You would have to... I mean, you would have to just sort of decide where you want to break it at, right? Like, if it was broken at the point of, if it was broken at the point in the engine, then you would see half of the engine, right? You sort of got to figure that out. That really bugs me with the restream chat. Look at this, guys. It's like completely broken. I don't understand that. Okay, so let me go back to Vim chat. See, now here's the thing. Either way I do this, Vim chat doesn't support YouTube chat. Restream chat doesn't support DLive chat yet. So we're sort of stuck in the middle either way we look at this. We just have to sort of figure out what's going to work best for us. Right, Colored. And that's really what I'm shooting for. This is the work in progress, guys. I promise you. Like, yeah, Deja, I agree. 100%. 100%. I agree with you. Okay, and all the Space Cat animations still overlay everything. They work. Yeah. It's doable, right, Deja? I mean, it's... You know, we're getting there. We're making baby steps here. We're making baby steps. I'm trying to get it at a point where everybody's, you know, happy. Because I really want to make this work for everybody. I really, really do. I want this to be a thing where we can all sort of, you know...
Thank you for being so great and helpful.
Okay, cool. I know, Deja. So here's the problem with Vim chat. I don't believe I have a whole lot of sway on the... I can change the background color. I can change the text color. That's about it. I can't really change the size of the chat. Which stinks. I agree. Yeah, Pi. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. I'm working on it. Like I said, this is a baby step thing. We're all sort of learning together, and you know, we'll get there. All right, we're gonna turn off that restream chat for right now. Maybe that'll start working at some point. Are the stars behind you drawn animated by like you already there in the drawing? That is Deviant here in chat. He created that for me real quick. So it's basically a GIF. That's at the back of, it's at the back, it's the furthest back part of the furthest back portion. So there's multiple layers of opacity and the stars are behind me. It's essentially what it is. Yeah, that's pretty good, right, Deja? I don't like how it's cutting off that top one a little bit. Let's work on that. Let's move it down. Like this. Hold on. We're going to move it over. Because I like it more over here. Looks like it, right, Deviant? Let's get that line included in there. You see that? This way, at least, I know it's not perfect, guys, but we're getting there. John, I'm sorry over there on YouTube, bud. I'm trying. I'm trying for you. I'm trying. We're getting there. It is. It is. Sort of a long process, right? But so what do you guys think about the overall color scheme? I feel like we need some little details here and there on the some of the stuff. I'm just not sure what. Thank you, Fi. Thank you, Deadbird. I appreciate it. You live on YouTube? Yes, I am, Ace. Yep. We are definitely live on YouTube. Screws or something. Now, that's a good idea, Ace. I like that. We'll get you, John. I promise, buddy. We'll get you included. Sirhat, thank you for that follow, and thank you for that lemon. We are currently working on an overhaul for the overlay. If that makes sense. You think it's bland. I think we need to change the background color some, is what I think. Yeah, we need some separation between what is the background and the foreground, in my opinion. Let's see a project open for the full effect. Add more green blues, yeah. Well, now what we can do is we can start doing some of this stuff. We can start adding some more colors. But let's go in here to like this. You see, so this is about how I would normally draw right here. You see this? What do you guys think of that? Is that acceptable in terms of what you see? But see, here's the cool part, guys. We had to build the structures, right? Now that we have the structure and the bones, now we can start adding details and colors. Okay.
We got a new follower.
There we go. Hey, Deviant, thanks for the follow there on D-Live, buddy. Alright. I'm liking this. I'm digging this. Okay, so let's work on making the colors more, let's say, beautiful. Because I don't know a better word. So here's what we're going to do. I want to create some separation between what is the background and the elements that are that are making up the main panel. So here's how we're going to do with this. Thanks for sticking with me today, guys. I appreciate it. I didn't want to like start with this, but it seems like folks are enjoying it, so we'll just kind of ride it out a little bit. I wasn't, you know, you always wonder when you're streaming how people are going to perceive certain things. Like, are they going to like certain streams? Are they going to, you know, what do they think of it, you know? I'm glad you guys are sort of feeling it. Okay, so we'll go like that. Now watch this. I saw it first. Yeah, right? Deja will be like, man, I saw it created. You guys are slackers. We're going to put some shading under some of these. That's what we're going to do. The shading is what's really going to make it pop, y'all. Watch this. And for anybody new here, if you guys have any specific questions for me, feel free to ask. Softwares I'm using, techniques I'm using, whatever. I don't mind trying to help field questions. If you have any. If not, just enjoy the show and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. We're going to grab you and we're going to do the same thing here. Let's go here. We'll make it this.
Ice cream.
Hey, Deviant, thank you for the ice cream, buddy. Okay. Let's export this and just see what it looks like with the shading. So we can get a sense of where the direction that we're going. File, export selection, without background, overlay back. Okay. Bottom left, too dark. Well, I want to create sort of a, I want the metal of the elements in the front to pop out from the back, which is why we're doing some color separation. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some shading, and we're going to see just how far we can actually push this. So we're going to go export. Here we go. This is when you learn. You hear me all the time, Ace, saying learn. This is learning right here, bud. This is learning on the job. This is how you do it. This is how you apply those and you learn. Because you don't know how you're going to like something until you've done it. And that is the truth. Let's try that. Because people always ask, like, how do you come up with these techniques and how do you come up with these methods? Right here. You're watching me develop them right now. This is how I come up with this stuff. Okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to delete this. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it. Oop, nope. Watch this. Copy. We're going to group this. Copy this. Paste this. Okay, now we're going to copy and paste it again. We're going to break it all apart. Nope, not yet. Move it over here. Break it all apart. I'm going to show you all a trick on how I shade. We're going to group all this together. Going to get rid of this one piece. We're going to drag it back over. Now it's the same size. We're going to kill the stroke. We're going to drag it straight down. Make it slightly bigger. And center it. Now watch this. When we go here, and we drag it darker, like this, and send it back, then we can play around with how dark we actually want it for the shading. So we'll go a little bit lighter. Right now it matches the outline color, so that's no good. So we'll go even a little darker than that, like maybe in there to create a little more separation. Alright, so now I can see exactly where that shadow is going to be. I like it. I like it. And then we can do the same thing with this, right? We can basically copy this. Copy it. Paste it, which will paste it right in place. Drag it over. Break it. Group it. Yeah, this is not friendly for phones, I've found, at all. Yeah. That's a use at your own risk kind of. I know every time I stream it from my phone, it kills it pretty quick as well. No, like if I'm at work or I'm out on the go, you know what I mean? Then yes, it'll eat it up pretty quick. File, export, selection without a background, overlay back. All right, cool. Yeah, see, that's creating a little bit of shading. A little bit of separation. Now I just got to make sure I like the shade colors. Because I think what I would do is maybe go more like a... Let's try like a 70. So who's going to be doing snazzy backgrounds now? Anybody? Snazzy overlays. It's fun, man. It is. You can come up with some cool stuff. You know, and I may keep this for a while and decide at some point, hey, I want to redo it or I don't like it anymore. Who knows, you know? It's all in fun. There you go, Colored. Get it. Yeah, and I want to get this to the point to where it's good for everybody. We got to get YouTube in there as well. All right, John, good night. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Thank you for being here, man. This will be good fun. All right, so let's go back here. We got to work on this shading. I don't like the... Hey, Carrington. Yeah, dude, my, on Mondays, I don't work, my normal job on Mondays. So I'm home. So I normally stream throughout the day. And so that's the product of daytime streams. And we're playing around with rebuilding the overlay, bud. Because I want a way to get chat in here. So we can have DLive chat. I want to get Mixer chat. We're going to get YouTube chat in there. That way we can have everybody sort of together. And I know that the chat is kind of small right now. But we're working on that, I promise. What program is this again? You mean the one I'm drawing with here, Color? That is Affinity Designer. So I'm using Vim chat right now, Carrington. No problem, Jerry. No problem, Mace. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, you're welcome, Colored. Yeah, this is Vim chat. I can send you the link, Carrington. And what it does is it integrates the DLive and the Mixer chat. And then I don't see a place for YouTube yet, but we're working on it. That's kind of that's the goal here. Is I want to get everybody sort of happy. You know. It's working. We got to get the shading right and everything. Yeah, I want to freshen up the overlay, Carrington, and then the goal is to sort of just refresh things in general, you know? %. Okay. We're going to take this. Because I want a way to integrate chats, right? But I didn't want to do it in a way, Carrington, that it was going to chat, which is going to look like it was floating on screen, right? Like, I really wanted to do it in a way that it was going to look good. So that people would use it, you know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people, they just sort of float it, and I don't really want to do that. I really wanted it to look as like part of the stream. That's what I wanted, Carrington. And we're working on shading it and adding details right now. I figure I make vector art, right? So we might as well make it clean. Right? Oh, I see. I screwed that up. There we go. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. You know, and that's the thing, Deja. We can sort of help point people in the right direction, hopefully, you know? And that's kind of what my goal with this is to be able to make something that's like, okay, how do we do this so that we can make this, again, more beneficial for everyone? I want this to be something that, you know, I want to grow as a brand, and I know we were talking about this earlier, but it's so true. Like, I want to grow, but I want to do it in a way that it's good for everybody. I don't want to just alienate certain groups, you know? Or make it weird. I want to make it so everybody's involved and we have a big community, regardless of where we're at. That's really the goal here. You know, and I don't want one group to feel as though we're not paying attention to them. That's why I'm working so hard on trying to organize all this. I mean, do you guys think it's a good idea to do the separate chat like this? I feel like it's almost a necessity. Because I really want the chat to be clear. Because you know what I mean by, like, some people where they just have the chat just, like, floating in the middle of the screen. You know? And I feel like that's just not a good, to me, that's not a real good look. Because it's sort of hard to read. And it's sort of hard to keep up with. Because you don't have a definitive place for it. You know? So I'm really trying to create a space for it to be like, okay, there's the chat. Everybody knows where the chat is. And, exactly. And that's why we got to get it right, Deviant. That's exactly why we got to get it right. So I figured, you know what? I thought about doing a lot of this off stream, but then I thought to myself, and I'm like, you know what? Why not do it on stream and see what people think about it? Right, see, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, Carrington. I'm trying to figure out a way we can make this work. That's my goal here. And then I figured, you know what, I'm an artist, so I might as well make my stuff look artsy. Right? Might as well look cute. What do you think so far? Do you like it, Carrington? So watch this. We're getting ready to do a couple changes here. This, I want these hoses to be dark, I think. See, this is where you start doing the detail, folks. This is when the detail starts kicking in because, right, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people, this is just like when I draw characters. The thing is when you're doing a proof of concept, you don't really concern yourself too much with details at that point, where you shouldn't be. You should be focused on just getting the concept done, which is where I was. So let's go to export this and let's overlay this on the front again. See what that looks like. Okay, nice. See, that changed the tube colors and stuff. Good, man. Well, Carrington, if you have any questions, dude, let me know. Hey, Radioactive, how's it going, buddy? How are you? We are trying. We're trying over here. We're trying to get that chat integrated. We're trying to build a new overlay. We're trying to keep it clean. We're working on colors and details right now. We're trying to make everything look sharp. Well, go for it, dude. Go for it. And I'm trying to keep it in a very clean vector style, which is my art style anyways. And I wanted the chat to be in its own special place. I wanted, you know, I like where the social scroll is now. It fits. I like where the slideshow is. You guys can see the art. So you guys want to see something really cool? Watch this, Carrington. This is how we built this. Let me give you an example here. We'll open a... I don't really have a great example right this second, but we'll do it anyways. Let's grab a GIF file from my stream folder. We're just going to grab something random for right now. I just want to show you guys something here. Okay. So, no, let's find something with... Okay, so, you see this little cat thing here, right? Now, here's the deal with this. The way I've built this is I've built it in a way that the front and the rear overlay are separated. So what that means is I'm going to be able to put things in between the layers, right? So if I go to the back behind this, right in front of overlay back, look at this. I'll be able to put animations and stuff in between the layers or have like things animated behind the scenes if I want to, if I want to get into that. But I built it in a way that there's a front overlay and a rear overlay. And so I did that on purpose because I thought we might do some cool sort of stuff back here. Not 100% sure yet, but that's kind of the idea. So, you know, I could have like a character pop out back here or something and have it sort of look around the corner if I build the animation right. You know, but it has potential and different ideas and different things we can do. So, well, that's it, colored. Like, I can actually, yeah, you know, and then I can have like things fly by behind me in space here, so I can make some little animations and have like maybe spaceship back there, have Space Cat like zooming by back there or something like that. We can do some really cool stuff. Yeah, we can do some cool stuff now, for sure. I'm just glad the chat's integrated. I know it's small. I apologize for that. We're going to work on that. But I'm glad it's at least there so you guys can at least start to see what the other parties are saying. So that's good. We're working on it. Okay, so let's do some more details and stuff here. Let's do like using this as sort of the I don't know if I'd want to do something like this. See, it's weird for me now. I can see chat in the same location, which is strange. Because I'm not used to that. To be honest with you. Alright. Webcam looks good. Starfield, thank you for that, Deviant, by the way. For making that little Starfield. That's perfect. Alright, let's get the coloring going. Let's test some colors and see what we got here. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. What colors do you think we should do now that we're here? What colors do y'all think we should do for the assets? Think we should go darker and draw them out a little bit? Should we go like a different kind of gray? I'm open for suggestions. We could do more little buttons and stuff like that around. We could do... Yeah, I think it's going to be a unique trick, you know what I mean? Because we can... I think we can do some neat stuff there. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we can do with it, you know? I've got some ideas there. It's going to be interesting. But the colors, maybe we just need more shading. Deviant. Maybe that'll make it pop. Yeah, because then I can have like little things like crawling around in here. Like, you look at this, guys. I can get like I can put like little bugs and stuff crawling around on these. Like little slime things like crawling around and oozing around and stuff. I can do separate animations and have them actually interact with the overlays now. You know? Yeah. No, I agree. I agree 100%, Deviant. Let's do a couple tests.
We got a new
Okay.
follower.
So we're going to need to... we may update those animations. I don't know. We may move the animations. Put that there. I sort of want everything in the same spot. Let's get the D-Live alerts up. I don't have the thing open to test the D-Live alerts. We're not going to worry about it right now. Well, I'll play with that one later. I don't feel like opening another browser right now. Nope. Alright. Let's... Okay. Cool. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. I do want to make a couple adjustments to some of the colors and stuff. Yeah. Because I'm thinking about making it almost look rusty or dirty. I know that comment came up earlier, and I kind of like that. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to put... Is there something you need, Odin? Is there something you need? Good Lord, you're pushing me. Thank you, Deviant. Why are you pushing on me, dog? Alright, ungroup it all. Combine it all. Nice. Drag it back over. Okay. I do like the shading a little bit. A little bit that we've done. So I want to put some of that back in there. See that? A little bit of shading there. See how it works? See if it's too much. I think these are too dark, but you know what? We're gonna try it anyways. File, export. I don't want to make it look muddled, but I do want to see what it looks like. We can always delete it. See that? It's sort of, it gives that little bit of a shading just to create a little separation from the background, and I kind of like that, honestly. What do you guys think about making it look dirty, a little dirty or dingy? I don't know the right way to say that. Hold on, watch this. Let me open some assets that I've created, and we can sort of toy around with this. So we're gonna take all these, we're gonna copy them. Whoops, copy them. These are some assets that I made right when I first started getting into vector art. These are ancient now, but still kind of cool. Okay. Okay. No overkill. Got it. So let's try something here. I know you're probably looking at this going, what in the world is this? Well, these are some little effects that I made a long time ago. These are all vector shapes. But I want to see if we can sort of make the walls look slightly... I don't know the right word. Like maybe some oil spots or soot spots or, you know, something like that. You guys are welcome to voice your opinion. I mean, I don't mind. You're not going to hurt my feelings. We are in the trial and error stage of trying to figure this out, right? Some things are going to look fantastic. Some are going to look terrible. But the goal is you don't know until you try, right? Is what I always tell people. You don't know what it's going to look like until you give it a go. So you might as well give it a go and see what you think. Cut it out of here, put it in there. There we go. Now send it to the back. Okay. Copy it and put it in here and send it to the back. Let's just see what this looks like with a couple. It's hard to see it until you can put it together. So let's go. You see that? Does that make sense? Yeah, right. I don't want to overdo it, but do you get it? Like, it's almost this little bit of a dirty, dingy, just here and there. A little bit. Because you don't want to overdo it, right? I don't know if you guys can see them. I think they look really good. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to use them tastefully. if that's a word. Yeah. You get what I'm saying, Fi? Right. Exactly what I'm saying. Like it's just a little. Because I don't want to make it look too overdone. I just want to add these little things here and there to make it look sort of dingy, you know? I'm digging the chat. I think that's awesome. That's like the best part of the day, if you ask me. Hey, D-Zerks, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for the follow over there on D-Live. I appreciate that. We are working on a new overlay because we are restreaming between D-Live and Mixer. We are trying to create an overlay that's going to allow us to benefit both groups. So we've got the integrated chat. We are working on sort of changing things up to make it look really clean and precise and just sort of well put together. I agree 100%, Fi Guy. Like, it's going to naturally look a little dingy and dusty, right? I mean, it is a spaceship, or science fiction looking, for example. Alright, so there's one more I want to do. Let's go here. Grab these. Over here, 10%. I want to do this one kind of big. Up here in this corner. I'll actually go a little smaller. Yeah, if you have any questions for me, DZ, let me know. I do vector art, pixel art, animations. I'm a creative, artsy streamer. So, thanks for that follow, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. How did you manage to set up both chats over each other? So, I'm using something called VimChat, and it's basically integrating the two into one. Hold on one second. It's VimChat. So basically it is, I'll put it over there in the, Odin, stop, dude. My dog, he is being a pain in the butt. Right here, VimChat. You should see that come up there in chat. Yeah. Oh, it didn't show the link. Well, let me put it over there in D-Live for you. Hold on a second. So what I'm trying to do, man, is I'm trying to like really integrate everything, right? So that it's, it looks clean, it looks precise, you guys can see my art, you can see what I'm working on, you got my social scroll there, you've got, you know, you've got the chat, really trying to get everything nice and cleaned up, so that everything's nice and uniform. So that's what we've been working on for the last bit. We actually started with this morning, right here, DZ, we drew this robot, and I normally do like characters and things like that, but I'm trying to get more into like scenes and just different things in general. In fact, we need to throw the dude in the slideshow. We have not put him in the slideshow yet. Or we haven't even put him on social media yet. Ugh, we need to do that. Okay, so export him there. And we're going to export him to the slideshow as well. There we go. I always try to export everything I do into the slideshow folder. That way you guys will see it up there in that corner. And it just keeps that slideshow growing with everything that I've done. Yeah, I didn't like it colored. I like the way this looked better. Now, what's funny is, look at this. I didn't destroy it. Fish head's still there. It's just disabled. We didn't work on that thing at all. Just chatting. When I hold creative streams overlay, I need some ideas. I can't think of anything. Oh, you do creative streams as well, Dizzy? Or what do you do? Yeah, that's better, right, Deadbird? I use a green screen, and my channel is based around kind of like a Viking theme. So I use a green screen as well, DZ. So my green screen is right here. Okay. And then what a friend here in chat, Deviant, he made me this little GIF of stars going by. So what I did is, I'll show you what I'm doing here, DZ. Let's check this out. I'm actually using 2 overlays, but I'm doing it for a purpose, and I'll show you why. We'll pull up the old GIF example again, so everybody can kind of see. I'm actually doing like a sandwiched overlay. So let's, there we go, we'll use this. This is a great example. All right, you see this little bouncing cupcake GIF, right? So we could put this, okay? But what's cool is I've built this in a way that I can actually take this down below the back overlay. So I'm going to be able to put like animations between the layers if I want. So I can actually have animations running. Like I could put little things over here. I could have little things crawling around the edges here. I could have like little drips of slime coming down, and it's going to look multidimensional. So I could have things like peeking around the pipes and things like that. But I built it that way. That way it's sort of, you know, because I wanted to do that. Oh, you do Vector and Pixel. That's pretty much what I do, DZ. I'll have to throw you a follow. Yeah, you gotta... So this has been a long time coming for me. It's sort of been one of those things that I've been wanting to sort of grow this. How do you like the dirt effects, Deadbird? What do you think? You see the little dirt particles here and there? Are they obvious? I'm trying to put just a little bit of detail in here.
Thank you for the lemon.
If it's a Viking theme, I can tell you what I would do if it were me. If it's a Viking theme, I would do almost like a ship, like the cutaway of a ship, or do something so that you're sort of using the Viking longship as, that's what I would do. And I would incorporate like the sails and everything. You know what I mean? I would do something like that if it were mine. That was like, for me, we did this whole space theme because you guys probably haven't seen it, but hold on a second. So over on Mixer, we have buttons that allow people to interact with Space Cat. So I'll do it real quick here. And we'll do the birthday one, for example. Hold on. There we go.
Happy birthday, Space
Right.
Cat.
And it brings up pixel animations that I've created, okay? And so he sort of interacts with the stream a little bit, right? So Space Cat, the whole theory of Space Cat is he's kind of the mascot for the stream. So since he's Space Cat, we decided to go ahead with this sort of science fiction spaceship sort of theme with the stars back here and everything. And so yeah, naturally I went with that. If you're sort of a Viking theme, I would use like a long ship, or I would use something that's very recognizable to that genre and see if you can write it. You know what I mean? Thank you for the lemons, by the way, DZ. And if you ever have any questions, DZ, feel free to hop in and ask. Like, we do a very, very sort of teachy stream. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind helping people learn and everything. What would be the window like? What do you have in your overlay since it would be a ship? What would be the window like, what you have in your overlay since it would be a ship? Do you mean like what would it look like? Is that what you're saying? I would do, if I were to do like a quick example, let's say we copied this over real quick. If we delete all this off, I would maybe do something like this. Use the same porthole kind of thing, right? But make it like a boat, like the edge of a boat like this maybe. You know, let's say this was the I'm not a boat aficionado or anything, so I don't want to mistake it. But like, let's say this was the beam on the edge of the ship, right? And then you could make this like the lower ship. And then you could maybe sort of like take it lighter and then do your own little porthole down here, however you wanted. You could do round, you could do, you know, whatever like this. Say you wanted to go like this and then down into here, right? And then for this is where your alpha would be. So you would take this cut it from this. Like this, and then paste it again on top of this and delete it here. And that's how you're creating, and then you could put your camera back here or something, right? And then you could copy this if you wanted to do more porthole down here or something like that. And then maybe draw an oar in here, draw like maybe a mast in here, you know, something like this. So you could frame your windows here, or you know, there's a lot of different ideas you could do with that. Like you would just need to decide how you want to sort of structure it. So for me, it was sort of, let's build something. And we built this whole thing live today on stream. So if you want to watch the VOD, DZ, when it's done, you would see the whole, I mean, we literally built this entire thing on stream. We've explained like the concepts and, you know, different things like that. So it would probably give you a really good understanding of what we've done and things like that. Yeah, that would be my suggestion, right? But, you know, you've got to pick what works for you. Okay, we're going to delete these. Yeah, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, the thing is, I'm trying to find a way, because I've just started restreaming, really, within the last week. And I really want to be able to integrate both communities into one community, right? And I really want a way to, I really want a way for you guys to be able to interact with each other and keep growing on both platforms. And so this is how I think we're going to do it and keep it in a really clean, fun scape. That way it all looks nice, it all looks refreshed. And then now I've got a Be Right Back screen as well. You know, I'll have to redo the Be Right Back screen as well. So I'll go in and I'll update the Be Right Back screen. Now the Vim chat, that's the only thing with Vim chat. You saw how I switched that, right? Sometimes the Vim chat can get a little funny when it recognizes. So if we do another test, see, now it's not working. So then you got to go in and you got to refresh it in OBS. So it's not a perfect animal, but it is usable. And so, yeah, I'm waiting for right here. Check this out. This is the service I'm using to restream. It's Restream.io, and apparently, for whatever reason, the chat is not working for me. So I've got to, when I get off stream, I'm going to see if I would rather use this chat, but I got to figure out why it's broken. And see, now the Vim chat, just from switching overlays, isn't working. So you can see where some of this is going to be a little bit, you know, frustrating to get working. Try it again. And there it is. See? So, hey there, Ma. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. So I just turned it on and off and it started working. So you see what I mean? So there's some learning curves here. There's definitely some things that you've got to figure out, right? But I think over time we'll get all this working, and I think we'll get it to a really good spot. That's my opinion. We got a lot to learn, and we're still learning, but I think we can make this a really nice medium for everybody. All right, cool. So I'm good with this now as the new stream overlay for now. I use a mouse and keyboard, bud. I own 2 drawing tablets, but I don't really use them. I own an iPad Pro as well. I just bought an iPad Pro, so I'm sort of forcing myself to use the iPad more. I'm using it about 30 minutes a day, and I'm trying to get back into conventional drawing and sketching because I don't sketch. When I draw, I literally just take it straight to digital. There's no real in-between. I don't have any sort of a sketch process. I don't do anything like that. I just go straight digital. And I'm trying to learn to appreciate sketching again and getting back into that sort of, you know... Ah, is that what that is? So what do you do when you see them? Mute them? But yeah, if you ever have any questions, DZ, feel free to stop by. Do you stream your creative stuff? Let me see. I'm going to drop you a follow. Let's look for the easy way to do that. Visit channel. we go. Just dropped you a follow there. Just kick him. That's what I do and mute him. Okay. He does it again. I'll mute him. I see. They're trying to progress chat and get their... Right. They're farming. I see. I understand. It is. It's super fun. So I normally stream creative. My creative streams are pretty much the mainstay of my streams. Occasionally I will stream a game, but it is rare. 9 times out of 10, if you catch me live, it is going to be a creative stream. Once in a while, we'll do a game if we're feeling a little uppity or we want to play something, but yeah. And a lot of that is, I appreciate it. I love making art. So for me, this is sort of my relaxation. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome. Glad to. There we go. And then we're gonna grab that. Yeah. I'd love to see what you got. And my streams sort of turn into a creative learning thing, DZ, where like we will like I welcome questions and stuff. So if people, if they're like, how the heck did you do that, or whatever, I welcome those kinds of questions. So if you're ever in here and you see me do something and you're just totally confused as to how I did it or what I did it, feel free to ask. Like, I'm one of those, I don't mind trying to go out of my way and help people learn if I can. Okay, let's go to the front with this one. Deja, I'm going to work on the sizing, man. I'm going to work on the sizing for sure, dude. Don't worry. I want to get that better as well. But right now I'm just trying to... I'm trying to get the spacing right. You know what I mean?
Welcome, everyone.
Once I get the spacing where I want it, then we'll flesh this out. Hey, Glad, thank you for the host, dude. How you doing, man? Oh, yeah. See, I built my new computer not too long ago. Glad I did. Good to see you, dude. Guys, if you're not following Glad's over here on Mixer, you should be. Super cool guy. He does creative streams as well. So if you like what you see here, you're probably going to like it over there. So I would drop him a follow and see what he's all about. We're just sort of goofing off here, Glass, playing around.
We got a new follower.
Oh, I gotta turn that freaking restream chat off. Sorry about that, guys. You can't even see what I'm doing. I apologize. Phoenix Pup, thank you for the follow. Thank you. It overly looks good, right? It's getting there, Glass. We're playing around with it, man. I mean, it's one of them things, dude. Like, I'm trying to find a way to integrate the chat, right? So that we can have you guys conversing. Oh, you trying to make a game, DZ? Yeah. Good. That's good fun. Yeah. Yep. Glass, anybody that streams, you guys will get this. Streaming is 100%. It is always a learning thing. You're never done learning when you're a streamer. You're never done playing with your overlays. You're never done making tweaks. That's just the nature of streaming, right? And so it's one of those things, you're always looking for ways to get better and to make more stuff. You know what I mean? Pixel art, yeah, nice. Go for it, DZ. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Glass. I'm glad y'all like it. I mean, trying to make it look good, and I'm trying to accommodate the chat. Nice, that fixed it. Good. See, and I was, for the longest time, Glass, I didn't want to do this. But then I was like, you know what? I don't want to keep restreaming and have the chat the way it is. You know what I mean? I want you guys to be able to see what each camp is saying. Like, that's something that was just really, really bugging me. So I was like, I gotta get this figured out. Thank you, Galen. Appreciate it, buddy. So, last couple pieces to the puzzle is gonna be getting the rest of the chats integrated, and then just adding details as we go. This is gonna be sort of a detail when we feel like it thing, you know? I like it. I like it. And we got the, Glass, check this out. We got what I was talking about working. You see this? I've got the back and front overlay thing working. So I can do like I was talking about. I can actually do animations in between the back overlay and the front overlay. So if I wanted to put like a little creature like, you know, jumping around back here, or like a little slime climbing on the, you gotta go. Alright, DZ, thanks for coming in, buddy. Thank you for that lemon. You ever have a question, man, let me know. I'll look forward to seeing you live too, bud.
Thank you for the lemon.
So you see that, Glass? I did it in such a way that I can do little things like this, and we can actually, like, you know, I think we can do some neat stuff with this. I'm excited. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, right? Because we can sort of hide things. Because I was thinking, like, right over here on this pipe, I'd like to do, like, maybe a little blob thing, like looking over the pipe and, like, climbing on the pipe, or, like, ooze dripping down. I mean, who knows, you know? So, what I did was I have two overlays. You'll see right here on the screen, I have the front and I have the back. So, what's happening is all of the shapes for what you see on the front are on this layer. All of the background with the shading and everything is on a separate layer. And then what I did was the back overlay is literally at the back of OBS sources. The front is at the very front. And then everything else is in the middle like a sandwich. So if I want to put like an animation between the front and back overlays, then I would just go behind the slideshow, behind the display capture, behind the chat capture, and then just be able to live in that space, right? Live in that zone in there. Yeah, I think so, right? And I think especially for art too, dude, we could do some really cool stuff with that, like little animations. You know what I mean? I think it could be cool. Hey, Dragon Slayer, how's it going, buddy? How are you? Also, hi. We're trying to do some stuff today, Dragon. We did a robot. Check it out. We drew this cool little robot. I really like the way he turned out. And then we decided to go ahead and I really wanted to make some changes to the overlay to try to accommodate both chats and to be able to get everything moving in a more uniform direction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the assets that I've used to make all of this, and I'm going to redo my Be Right Back screen. I'm going to update the Be Right Back screen so that it follows the same format. And you can see where the Vim chat sort of breaks, right? You just got to like turn it on and off a couple times and let it refresh. And it generally starts working. Let's test it. You got to refresh it a couple times. It's not perfect, but it works. All right, cool. So, and of course right now it's being a pain in the butt. So you got to remember that every time you switch the scenes, that Vim chat is going to get a little, it's going to get a little iffy on you. Right? It'll come back. It did earlier. You got to refresh it and turn it on and off a couple times. It seems like every time you turn it on and off, it like refreshes it in a way. But anyways, that's a small detail. So on that note, oh yeah? All right. Well, we're gonna play with it. We're gonna play with it. I think what we're gonna do is I have not eaten yet. Oh, so check this out. Check this out, though. This is what confuses me. Check this out. I'm using Restream.io, Dragon. And I put in the browser source, and this is all it does. It just sits there and looks at me. It doesn't... You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've got to look at this when I get offline and see what's going on. But the Restream.io chat box, I've got the browser source plugged in. It just doesn't do anything. Because I would like to use the Restream.io. Because they're working on adding the DLive chat in there. So I've got to work on that and see what I can do. So I am. I'm on Restream.io, and the way I'm doing is I'm using the Restream.io, chat integration. I get both chat to work through the browser source to work. Are you talking about Vim, Glass? With Restream, do you? Wonder why the heck mine doesn't work. And all you did is copy the browser source, right? How do I overcome the delay? There's a trick to that, Dragon. I can send you a link on that if you want. There's a way to set up Restream, and you change your Restream key a little bit, but you point it directly to the Mixer servers in a way, and it does not break the FTL of Mixer. It doesn't pull mix. You stream directly to the Restream key, but you do it in a way that you don't break FTL. If that makes sense. Deja, Vim chat sort of. I'll send you the info on it, Dragon. You can look at it. I'll send you the link. Because my FTL is not broken at all, and I'm currently restreaming. Because like if I pull up Restream.io, right, I'm restreaming to all three. Hang on. I'm restreaming to the Restream.io link. I'm not pulling. I'm going straight to them. No, it is not a paid feature. Free. All right, cool. So let's play with that Vim chat a little bit. Okay, so there's Mixer. Oh, that's working, yeah. Okay, I'll send you the link, dude, because I asked the same question. Right, I asked the same question. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't working right. And when I went to somebody, they said, oh, you got to do this. And so I did it, and it works fine. Let's open this up, refresh it. So Vim chat's a little picky. But, you know, it's like somebody was in here earlier, guys, and they were like, oh, well, that didn't work, that didn't work. And I said, look, streaming is not an exact science. Anyone that streams knows this. You're going to have nuances. You're going to have problems. The thing is, you try to make it work the best you can. See, there it is. So, you know, and it works out. I think. When does... Well, you know, that's just it, right? Right, Dragon. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. 100%. Yep. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Everything's working pretty stable for now. I'm happy with that. We've got some more work to do. I'm going to redo the Be Right Back screen, but I think for now, I'm probably going to stop, get some food. I've not eaten lunch yet. I'm hungry, and I've been live for 3.5 hours, so I think we will do that. Save data. Thank you for the lemon over there on DLive. I appreciate that. But I think we're gonna get some. Some lunch and hang out and relax a little bit because I've got some stuff I got to do this evening. But I'm pretty happy with where we've come. I will send the link over to you, Dragon. Glass, do you want the link as well for that, or? And then I think I'm gonna play with the Restream.io chat, and I'm gonna play with some other stuff. Okay, I'll send it to you when we get off here. And yeah, you know, just that's it. So, guys, anyway, thank you so much today. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the support on all platforms. I really do appreciate it. It's been a fantastic day. So I'm going to get going. So if you guys have any questions for me, be sure to let me know in the future. Thank you, Fi. I appreciate that. Deja, Dragon, see everybody later. It would be good to know. I'll send it to you anyways, Glads. And if you ever have a question about it, let me know, okay? Carrington, see you later. Everybody, have a great day. Odin, no. Be safe, be smart. I will catch you guys later, okay?